Bible tells us that Jesus was crucified at Golgotha. Golgotha means place of a skull. About 120 years ago now, this rock formation here was photographed from the walls over there, and this was the result. And as you can see, it does look like a skull. So maybe this is Golgotha. Now we also know, according to the Bible, Jesus was taken through a gate. Although we can't see it because of the building there, we have Damascus Gate across the road. And the other thing we know about the location is it was outside the walls, and there's the wall over there. Now the Bible also says he was crucified on the day of preparation, and that he died 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we know that Shabbat would have started around 6 o'clock in the evening at that time of the year. So when Joseph of Arimathea wanted to claim his body, he had about 3 hours, in which time he had to go from here up through town to Herod's palace. That's up by Jaffa Gate. Have you been up there? Up by Jaffa Gate. He had to wait until Pilate agreed to see him. According to the Bible, Pilate's first reaction was he was surprised Jesus was dead that soon, and he waited for confirmation. Eventually Joseph got permission to take the body. He would have come back down here, taken the body off the cross and prepared it for burial. Now the time would have been getting on. He would have had to have somewhere close by to bury Jesus. Well, the Bible does say at the place Jesus was crucified there was a garden, and in that garden was a new tomb hewn out of rock. What that means is it was a new tomb, but it was man-made. It wasn't a cave, because they did use caves in those days. Well, in 1867, the man who owned this property that we just walked through was looking for a water cistern or a cave to keep water when he accidentally broke into a tomb. And that is what we are going to see this morning. While you're waiting to go in there, just remember this. Tomb's empty. Amen?
Amen.
Good.
Amen.
Didn't want one with a body in, did you? Okay, so we got a tomb, but of course the Bible clearly says that the tomb was in a garden. So we had to prove there was a garden here 2,000 years ago. Now, well, in 1927 we found a wine press which told us that this was a vineyard. So of course a vineyard was the garden. So now we have a garden. Exciting, isn't it? We never tell people things we can't prove on this site. And one thing we can't prove is whether that skull was actually on the rock face 2,000 years ago. If we knew that for certain, then we'd know this was Golgotha. But we have to say, we think it's the right place, but we're not sure. But tell me, does it really matter if it's the right place or not? You think it does?
Amen.
Why does it?
The other way.
No, thank you. It doesn't matter, does it?
Confirming what you're saying.
We know he was laid to rest. But we know he rose again, don't we? Eh?
Yes.
That's the most important thing. It doesn't really matter where it happened, as long as we have our faith, and that is the basis of our faith, is the resurrection.
Thought to be where Golgotha was. Place of the skull.